Hello, Paul Myers here,
Denise Myers here.
Road Warrior Investors.
Yes, Road Warrior
Yep,
Investors. We're back out in the field today.
yep.
This time we are in Federal Way, Washington, just a little south of Seattle, Washington. And we're going to focus today on affordable housing.
Well, it's also relating to a manufactured home,
Yes.
55 and over park.
Yes.
And it is affordable housing for people. However, there's a lot of challenges rehabbing manufactured homes. We'll cover a little bit of that here in this quick video. This is an active construction site, so it's a little messy, a little noisy, but um, we're going to take people through and kind of show you what a manufactured home is like to rehab and some of the problems exposed here that pretty common in these things.
Yeah,
And we've actually ourselves personally have done 2 other houses in this park ourselves.
we
So
have.
it's a different investor doing this one. However, we've got a lot of experience with manufactured homes.
And I think it's neat, though. We had, part of the process of working with any kind of a park, at least here in Washington, is we have to, and also Idaho,
Yeah.
we have to work with the park management as well. So we have spent numerous hours in their office, just kind of understanding their requirements. If an investor was to come in and refresh a home here, that they need to have met in order to move forward. So
Yep.
we've had to go through that process as well.
Yep. And keep in mind that, when I say a house on a park, it's a manufactured home that you own like a car title, but it's
Yes.
set on a piece of property owned by someone else. So all these people in this park pay lot rent
Mm-hmm.
for the honor of having their house on this property, and they get water and sewer, all that stuff connected as well. So there's fees involved in that, but
Sure.
that's primarily what this is.
Yeah.
When you rehab it, you're rehabbing just the house,
Just the house.
not really the property.
True. But I think what's nice though about the park itself is part of those the monthly park fees is there's actually quite a few amenities here available for people
Yep.
that we've seen. So it's also again affordable housing in the Seattle area. But anyways,
Yep. All
we're
right,
here today.
should we take a walk through?
Let's go take a walk through and see what.
There's people here working, so we're trying to stay out of the way.
But we'll do our best to go do a fun little walkthrough.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've already been through one, so I will share with our warriors out there in the audience that if you could be here with us, the smell is a little little ripe. So
Yep.
all right, come take a look. We're gonna follow you in.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go in. All right. Oh, the general. I think we'll kind of go through and show the audience here a little bit about manufactured homes and some of the stuff that we have to fix, like the railing. I don't know what year this one is. It's probably late 70s, is my guess, judging by the the building.
Yeah.
Verify the roof is good. They're putting out new windows. Getting the heating and cooling system fixed. Let's go in and take a look.
All right.
Okay, first thing about manufactured homes is floor. So these older ones have this particle board on it, and if it gets water on it, it gets wet, it swells up and makes a real soft floor. So you can see someone's already redone the floor in there. It's the plywood. Imagine that the water heater probably leaked somewhere in the past. You can see it's pretty dirty. Typical layout. They walk in. You got to do a lot of painting. We'll go this way. This will be the kitchen. You can see we have new floor going in.
Huh.
Right?
That must have been a soft spot.
Yeah, I'm sure this also probably from the sink.
Yeah.
The sink's here. So the kids are putting in a dishwasher or something here, maybe. Yeah, if it was a dishwasher, there's a line for it. So it was a dishwasher. The dishwasher probably leaked, got the floors off.
Okay.
This probably leaked, got the floors off. This is for a stove.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, this is not what this is for. The stove is actually right here. The stove would be here, fridge right here. Don't know what this is. This all gets new cabinets, all gets new paint, new light fixtures. A lot of these manufactured homes have wallpaper. Let me do that thing. Have wallpaper and stuff too, which have to be covered over. So all this will get skin coated and covered over. The texture so look like an actual house.
Yeah. And I know we've been through so many different manufactured homes, and I understand when I see this here, when you walk through a home and the floor is soft, it's actually one of the things we look for as we are walking through to understand what our costs are going to look like.
Yeah.
And you can literally, as you're walking, you can feel your feet go into the ground a little bit. So.
And you can see somebody's already been in here. All this stuff, this is new. This has been replaced somewhere in the past. So somebody's been here doing this already. So we're not the first one. This is not the first one to do it.
Active work site is what we do.
Yep.
Watch out for your head. Those are a little low on the ceiling side.
Those are for eBay. Yeah, these older ones have this fiberboard ceiling.
Okay.
A lot of investors will actually put drywall over this, which works well, but in this price point, we're in a park, this is like a painted. And so it's actually not really bad shape. Sometimes it gets wet with water, you gotta replace it. This one's not, so this one's painted in nice. Got also new windows. Some people may not notice this, but manufactured home older ones, the actual doorways are shorter than the stuff you buy. They're actually smaller. You can see you can walk through the hacking.
And so to replace something like that, is that an easy thing to find? It's got to be redone.
It's gonna be. We'll have to raise it up a little bit.
Okay.
It's gonna be done. It's gonna be much nicer to do that.
Sure.
And it's easier to find stuff off the shelf in the store and have it done versus the custom made.
Sure.
So, but it's interesting how the cheaper houses they made this smaller to save money. Just not having a full height one. I don't know. I think this is a this would be dining room. This would be like one of the living rooms. This is a fireplace. It's just kind of
nice.
How many manufactured homes have fireplaces?
Yeah.
This one does.
I think that was added in though, probably later.
No, I think this is probably original.
Okay.
I would think that's original. Oh yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
It's kind of odd.
And we have a bedroom in the back and then a bedroom
up front. 2 bedroom, 2 bath.
Okay.
Let's see maybe it's back here. Yep. Back here working. Oh yeah. Back here working. Let's see, just a bedroom. This would be the master, basically. This would be the master bath. You can see we're doing some floor repair right there. We won't go in there because he's working right now, but you can see you got the floor cut out.
Yeah.
Probably paint all the vanities and stuff. Kind of nice, huh? Same ceiling.
That seems like a different type of floor in here, though. Is this just the original floor?
This is somebody's replaced. See, this is a chipboard like this.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have been chipboard originally. It would have been particle board. So somebody's replaced this in the past. But again, this is from the 70s. So this has been replaced probably in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which again is like 30 years ago.
Sure.
So,
where to next?
Yeah, it's there's painting the doors, painting everything. Plus living room. And then
looks like a lot of the floor was replaced in here.
Entryway. The closet. There's the original floor that would be in there. Gonna walk through the kitchen. Big living room.
Yeah.
This will get all painted nice. Our beams are going to probably paint a different color. Walls will be white. I think they're replacing the windows. I gotta verify. I'm not doing the project, so I don't know. He's gonna ask. Yeah, new window here. You can see it's a nice big space.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a cathedral ceiling.
Yeah. And the roof's actually not leaking. It actually it's not leaking through. It's nice.
We have a second bathroom and the second bedroom back here. And utility.
Furnace.
Yes.
Got a heat pump in it. That's what the guy's working on right now.
Ah.
He's out there charging the system right now. Okay. I don't know why that door's closed, but that's another bedroom.
Okay.
Here's another bathroom.
Okay.
Walked in, so the other bathroom. Hold that.
I have an odd layout on this one. I have not seen a layout like this one before. Have you?
How dirty it was. No. No, they're all similar like this. Usually bedrooms are one side or the other.
Okay.
This one's a little funny because it kind of goes through. Have a living room there and a living room here. It's just different, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's still affordable housing for somebody. So this price point here will be way under a regular house in the area.
Sure.
This is going to be in the mid-100s probably.
Yeah.
You know, most houses here are 500,000-600,000. So this is affordable for somebody who wants to retire or 55 to live here and it's paid for.
Yeah, except for the monthly rent, but which is minimal compared to a mortgage or
and the property taxes and other stuff is much different. It's a senior community. They have pool and stuff. Which is kind of nice.
I know the park has a lot of amenities. It's actually a sought after park here in the area because
it's big and it's actually well taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of the 101 of manufactured homes. They are rehabable. You can be done. It's just there's a little extra challenges with them. Got to make sure you do insulation underneath. It's usually that's damaged right now. It's like they're making the windows fit. Yeah, it's good though. They're good in there. We're actually back in a project here in another investors project here in Federal Way, Washington. This is a manufactured home in 55 and over park. We thought we would take everyone through the finished product. This house is on the market currently. And I figure we will kind of go through and see some points and see what how the rehab turned out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we start off here. Obviously, we enter into the house there in the laundry room. So we enter in from there into the kitchen. As before, remember in the video, there was no kitchen at all. We've got it out. Sylvester chose some nice LVP flooring. You got nice quartz countertops. The full appliance suite of stainless steel. They did a good job and actually vented the microwave out, which is nice.
Yay!
You know, sometimes people forget that.
No, it's a nice space overall. You got a nice little seating area over here if you wanted to do some work, or you can put groceries over there, and then you got just a really nice. It's light, bright, and clean in here, huh?
If you recall, this was like a 1978. It's a
double wide. Okay, that's okay.
Too much of this stuff. Anyway, so kitchen looks nice. Under mount sink, stainless steel.
It is. It's nice. They really did a good job. I think they freshened it up. But you know, it's interesting, Paul. We've had this conversation before, but there's that stigma around living in a manufactured home. I think there's been a stigma around it, and I think that manufactured homes come a long way.
Well, keep in mind this is an older one that we made nice, so this will refresh it for a number of years for somebody. But this isn't over in a 55 and over part.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Seattle area, this is very affordable. So we can buy this, pay cash for it, live here. They have park rents, but the park also includes a pool and other amenities, and be a little more maintenance free than having a house, which is on property and everything. This is more affordable.
Yeah.
This allows someone to actually live in a place that they own versus just always renting.
Well, we know that affordable housing right now is a really, really tough thing, especially with where prices have just gone in general, from the price of food, the price of gas, and everything else. So stretching your dollars and making them last, every penny of them, is something that everyone is looking at.
Yep.
And affordable housing, something like this, it's light, right? It's clean.
Yep, it's all painted. It's got nicely light fixtures.
Maintenance should be minimal on it right now because it's been done, right? Maintenance on this should be minimal because
it's like anything else. But
and this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, so you have a nice master suite over here.
Yep.
So again, if you had, we're in a 55 plus park, so if you've got a single or a family, a couple moving in or something, they've got an extra bedroom in here for a guest or something if they wanted them to stay over. Or
this is the master
something
suite,
like that.
And this one is the bathroom, so it's got a typical manufactured tub, shower, bathroom, double vanity.
But it's been cleaned up nice too. You got a shower back there.
Looks good. Modern lighting. It's just been refreshed into the modern century.
Yeah.
Versus the 70s. This thing is somewhat years old. Pretty good. It's nice floor, nice choice, a nice color. This one's kind of unique. It actually does have a fireplace.
Yeah.
Not a lot of manufactured homes have fireplaces.
It's got 2 nice living spaces in
here. As far as why it does, it's kind of long. Original built in that cabinet. A lot of these houses have this built in China hutch. It's in left. It's all right. Affordable.
It's very, so you've got a nice little coat closet here as you walk in. And then you've got 2 really light, bright, open living spaces here. You've got a little cathedral ceiling. It's really nice.
And this is the
and then you got a second
kitchen again. This is living space.
Kitchen.
This is your second auxiliary bedroom. The guest room.
Smaller room, but that's okay.
That's a good closet. Also, the nice thing you notice, there's no carpet in here at all.
Oh, that's great.
So for senior living, a lot of people don't like the carpets because of their wheelchair.
Or they might have a walker or something. Yeah.
So a lot of these parks, we know from 55 and over parks, people like no carpet.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that. We'll show some examples. Some of them we've done with dust carpet in bedrooms. And it all depends. And this is Jack and Jill bathroom to the...
so again, we've got a shower in here. Another little potty, which is nice to always have that second potty in the house. And it's just nice little Jack and Jill type of a space here where, again, we're back here at the beginning of the house with the door and your laundry facilities right here. And we turn around, we're in the kitchen. Super easy to get around in this home.
Yep, a lot of space. Exterior has been all repainted. It does have a new roof. Does have a nice big covered patio on the front here, which most people would have. It does have a covered carport, which most all these have as well.
Yeah.
And there's a storage shed too.
And I think, again, the big thing is when you
Yeah.
look around this area in terms of homes, the average median price for a home is $500,000-$600,000, and this is at a price point of, let's double check.
Yeah,
We are at
169.
169. So that is a huge, significant difference in terms of price, and that's why we're saying this is an affordable housing opportunity for people to
Yeah, a
look
lot
at.
of seniors are living in really big houses. They raise their family and they have a lot of equity there. When their houses are kind of disrepair where they need to sell them, they can't afford a big 2-story house, so they sell them and they have enough equity to buy this cash, put money in the bank, and live here for the rest of their duration.
Right, yeah.
So
Plus, again, you find the right park too. I think we've noticed this as well. You find the right park, community park, and the neighbors are fantastic. They're looking out for each other. This particular park does have a lot of great amenities, and the park rent doesn't seem that bad for what the amenities are. We've actually been able to meet with the park management a couple of different times because, again, when you buy in a park as an investor, you do have to make sure you get park approval
yep.
and before you do any work on it. So that's kind of step one there. But in terms of the amenities for this particular park, there are a ton of great amenities, from the pool to activities to
That's close to everything.
and
Good
it's also
location.
close to everyone. Yeah.
And we've actually done, us personally have done two houses in this park before
Mhm.
too. So we have experience. We'll show some before and afters of those.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Mhm.
But affordable housing, it is a hot topic right now. I think the manufactured home has been hit hard in terms of a label over the years.
And
And
I think the new manufactured homes are just better.
oh, they are.
They're better
built.
quality. They have drywall. They're a little better. This is an older one here. It's still, price point is still good.
Yeah.
And we've actually personally done manufactured homes in other parks besides just 55 and over parks.
Sure.
We have some examples of that. We actually have one coming up that we'll share. That's actually a newer house, which needs minimal work. So
Manufactured home.
Manufactured home. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll highlight that. That's over in Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
So.
But again, the price point on that compared to a regular single family residence is significantly lower. So again, we go back to that affordable housing conversation, and this is a great option for people.
Yeah.
And the manufactured homes today, the newer ones being built today, are incredible. You walk into some of these and you're like,
Yeah.
wow,
They actually have
the
drywall,
construction
better
is
windows, the 2x6 walls, and they're a little better than yesteryear. But these older ones are still worth rehabbing and worth taking care of, and it still allows someone to have an affordable house. No matter how
Yes.
you look at it.
That's the big one. I mean, at $170,000 for this versus $500,000 or $600,000.
And you couldn't even get a condo for
No,
under
not in this area.
354.
Yeah.
So this is a good condo alternative for. So some of the problems on these manufactured homes, especially this vintage, is the plumbing.
Yep.
They have, I think it's a butyl nitrate plumbing. It's basically their gray pipes, kind of like, looks like PEX. It's not PEX. A lot of times the fittings are plastic and actually fail and break, leak.
Okay.
You won't know. So you have to generally replumb these, which most plumbers can do pretty easy because all the plumbing is usually one half of the unit. It's pretty simple.
Now, how would you be able to tell if there were plumbing challenges? I know the answer to this, but I like to ask the question.
Well, by this vintage, somebody's already been doing a lot of plumbing already.
Sure.
Redoing a lot.
But I mean, if someone was to try as an investor to refresh a manufactured home, and we look at this, so I know when I've noticed it because you can walk through and the floor gets a little spongy and soft.
So that's the other thing on these is that the underlayment for the floor, basically the decking for the floor, is actually usually particle board. So it's actually true particle board, and when it gets wet, it soaks up and expands, and it gets soft.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times these will get soft around the kitchen area where there's a leak, bathroom areas where there's water coming out from taking showers, whatnot.
Yeah.
That's pretty common on these to actually fix that. We'll go through and redeck it with basically flooring. Decking is chipboard, but it's made for floors.
Okay.
It's actually better than the house was new.
Yeah. So as an investor, if they were to go out and look to purchase a manufactured home with the intent to refresh it and put it back on the market, are there some tips and tricks you would share that you would suggest that they do prior to closing on that house? What would that be?
As far as one in a park or what?
No, just in terms of construction-wise, knowing what you're getting into. Is it pretty easy to hire someone to go do a quick under the house
Yeah,
check?
you could do that. You can also walk around. Your feet will tell you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Soft spots. The other thing to keep in mind is these houses usually need a roof.
Yeah.
You cannot overlay manufactured homes. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to tear off a complete ice and water shield, which is a product underlayment, the entire roof, and then put a new roof on it. A lot of people overlay these. It's too heavy for them because these houses, especially this vintage, they don't have the biggest trusses.
Right.
So they can't handle a lot of weight. And if they're the plywood up there is almost like a real light wood.
Yeah.
So if it does get wet and leak, it'll cause rot really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fixable, but keep in mind that when you do manufactured home, the roof's going to cost you more.
Yeah.
You probably have to do plumbing.
So the roof typically on a manufactured home, when you have to do it, is more expensive typically than a single family resident just because of the type of materials.
Well, knowing you got to tear off.
Yeah.
Knowing you got ice and water shield, instead of using the regular tar paper underlayment, they use ice and water shield for the whole thing. I think a roll of tar paper is probably $50. Underlayment is $100-something per roll. Yeah. So it just costs more. Yeah.
Just know that going in.
Yeah. And the plumbing challenges, a few electrical things you have to work on, kind of like very similar to any old house. Yeah. Put the GFCIs in because they didn't exist when this house was built. Okay. Furnaces and stuff, it's a little different furnaces, things like that as well too.
Okay. Any other? So we got the furnace, we got the roof, we got the water, the pipes. I think those are like the big ones in the home.
Yeah, just and electrical. Yeah, most of the panels are good, but you got to make sure because these houses are connected from here to another sub panel outside of the meter. So sometimes there's that problem between the meter base and the pole to the house. That line has got damaged or there's challenges there. That's something different than a house. Usually that whole meter base is connected to the house, so it's different.
Okay. And I think we've also discovered that those 4 items that we just talked about, the roof, the plumbing, the electrical,
just the flooring,
and the flooring. Well, yeah, those the furnace or whatnot. Those 4 things specifically don't typically pay you back. Yeah, it's because the house hasn't even become shiny and pretty yet. But
if people all need that stuff, you gotta have a good roof, you gotta have working plumbing, you gotta have working heat, at least heat. Yeah. This one's got air conditioning too. But before you even make it look good, you gotta spend a lot of money doing the things that the house is required to have.
Yeah, for sure.
And if there's actually a rot or something more soft floors, and you gotta fix all that too, above and beyond just making it look good.
Yeah. So there's pro tip number 1 is kind of knowing what you're getting into and doing a little homework before you actually purchase it. If your intent is to purchase it with the intent to rehab and put it on the market. Yeah. The other pro tip that we've learned over the years, and we talked about this just a minute ago, is you must get park approval in order to purchase the house. Yeah. So what does that mean? What does park approval mean?
Oh, so this house is sitting on someone else's property, and it's sitting here via lease. So basically you own the house. These houses have basically a car and motor vehicle title to them. So you're allowing you to basically park this on this property for X amount of dollars per month. You have to abide by their rules and regulations. Right. So with that being the case, you have to get approval to be occupied here. This park has restrictions on age, so you have to be over 55, or there's some restrictions. That's the park's rules. So you gotta figure out if they'll let you under 55 buy it and rehab it. Right. They may have different requirements of maybe they don't like the color, maybe you gotta change the color, maybe you gotta fix something outside. There's so many different things that the park is in control, because you just have the honor of leaving this here and living on this property. Yeah. That's basically what the lease is. So what we've typically done is we will walk on down to the park management's office and go, hey, here's who we are. We are interested in buying X property or X lot house in the park. Yeah. We do have it under contract, but it is pending park approval, and that's you guys. And so we'll go in and say, what are your requirements? And typically it's an application you have to fill out, and you'll sit down with them and they'll talk about specific things that they may or may not require to be done to the home. And they have different credit requirements and stuff for the people that live here as well too. So that's all part park specific.
So that's pro tip number 2 for the day on manufactured homes in park specifically.
Yep.
Now here's another fun one. We talked about doing this before. Now we do field training from time to time. So this is going out to our viewers. And park here, Paul, here we've been doing this for 20 years. And so the open invitation to our viewers is if you are an investor and you're looking at wanting to set up a training of some kind in the field, and we're getting ready to travel from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho down to Dallas, Texas, on up to Lima, Ohio, and then back. So if you're in our path and you reach out to us and we're able to align calendars, we're happy to talk about whether or not we come in and do a group training at a manufactured home in terms of what to rehab, what not to rehab, and kind of look at some of the specifics.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add on to that?
No, just gotta find
Here's your
area.
expert. Yeah.
We've done quite a few of these.
Yes, we have. So that's the challenge out to you guys. If that is something you would like to take up with us, DM us, comment, or reach out, and we'd be happy to connect and see if we can make that work. And we'd have you out on the YouTube world with us as well.
That's right.
All right.
Well,
we're going to ask people to like, comment,
subscribe.
I know there's a bell.
Hit the notification bell.
We keep talking about this bell.
And we will see you in the field again.
Yes, we will.
I know, so
I know. So much fun. Road Warriors out. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.